Are you dreaming of breakfast that you can grab and go, that's hearty and filling and low on carbs? Today, we're gonna make ham and egg cups, something really simple you can make ahead, freeze, and grab out whenever you're ready to hit the road. Join me in the kitchen and I'll show you how. To a lightly greased muffin tin. This one's kind of deep and narrow, and that's okay, so it's just gonna reshape the way our ham and egg cups look. We're gonna add slices of our favorite ham. You can use any ham you like. I prefer something that's not processed, like a boiled ham, so this is a Virginia ham that I got from my deli. And I'm gonna put a big slice in each one of these, and we want it to kind of hang over the edges. It's going to shrink when it cooks, and that's perfectly fine. So we've got our ham in, and I'll show you the next step. Okay. For the egg portion of our ham and egg cups, we're gonna start with 8 whole eggs. Now, if you can see in my bowl here, I've got a couple of pastured eggs, and then I've got some regular conventional eggs in here. They're so much darker. The darker the orange the yolk is, the happier the chicken. So we're gonna just lightly whisk those up. And then really this is just dump everything in. So we're gonna add a little bit of red bell pepper. If you're not a red bell pepper fan or you're not a bell pepper fan at all, you can leave those out if you want to. You could add jalapeños here if you would prefer. That would be wonderful. Got a little bit of green onion we're gonna drop in. I'm a huge fan of green onions in this. We've got, for a little extra flavor, we've got some fresh parsley and some Old Bay seasoning. If you've never used Old Bay, it's kind of a unique flavor. They use a lot in crab cakes and things like that, but I really like it here. So we're gonna put that in, and you should be able to find that in your spice aisle if you're looking for it. Then we've got some sour cream. We can get it all in there. And a little salt and pepper. I always use Celtic sea salt instead of table salt. So if you can get your hands on a good sea salt, it has more minerals, more nutritional value in there for you. And then we're gonna do some fresh pepper and a half a cup of milk. Now you could certainly do a dairy-free milk and a dairy-free sour cream if you wanted to here. Then we're just gonna whisk this up, get everything in. So to our ham, we've got about 3/4 of a cup of cheddar cheese. We're just gonna add a little bit on top of each of the ham pieces. Trying to get it all in there. It doesn't have to be rocket science. You could certainly use a different cheese here if you prefer. If you like pepper jack or Monterey Jack, or you wanna leave the cheese out altogether, you can do that. It'll still taste delicious. And then we will put our eggs on top. Now, I've done 8 eggs for a dozen of these ham cups, so if you're gonna leave out the cheese, you might need to add a 9th or even a 10th egg in order to fill them up all the way, and that's all right. This is also something easy to do in a measuring cup if you've got a great big one with a spout to keep from spilling. I'm sure I'm getting ready to make a huge mess. We'll do the best we can. So we're gonna pour this in. Ooh, and it'll kind of settle as it pours. You'll pour it over and it'll be full for a second, and then it will drop down as it settles in. That's fine. And we'll pour this all in, and then I'm gonna drop these in the oven. If they run out, scoot it back in with your fingers. It's okay. I'm gonna put these in the oven for 20 to 25 minutes, and then when they come out, we're gonna let them cool completely, and then I'm gonna freeze them in a single layer and then put them into a Ziploc bag for the freezer. I'll show you what they look like in just a little bit. So we've got our ham and egg cups out of the oven, and they're still very, very warm, but if you'll go around with your knife and just kind of loosen them from the muffin tin and then let them cool for 10 or 15 minutes before you lift them out. Don't miss the rest of our series on filling your freezer from breakfast, lunches, and dinners. I've got a whole playlist right here for you. Make sure to check it out, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.